A few years ago, a researcher asked a simple question. At what point do people stop feeling financially trapped? The answers were different. Some said $1,000. Others said $100,000. But surprisingly, many people pointed to a much smaller number, $10,000. Not because it makes you rich, not because it changes your lifestyle overnight, but because it changes something much more important, your perspective. And once your perspective changes, your entire financial future can start changing with it. Most people spend the first part of their lives in survival mode. Every paycheck already has a destination before it arrives. Rent, bills, food, transportation, unexpected expenses. The money comes in, the money goes out, and the cycle repeats. When you're living this way, every financial decision feels urgent. A broken phone feels like a crisis. A medical bill feels terrifying. An unexpected expense can ruin an entire month. The problem isn't just the lack of money. It's the constant pressure that comes with it. Psychologists often describe this as the scarcity effect. When resources are limited, the brain becomes focused on immediate problems. Long-term thinking becomes harder. Planning becomes harder. Even simple decisions become harder. You're not thinking about opportunities. You're thinking about survival. And survival mode is exhausting. Now, imagine waking up one day and seeing $10,000 sitting in your account. For some people, that's several months of expenses. For others, it's simply a safety cushion. But regardless of income level, something changes. For the first time, you're not one emergency away from financial disaster. That constant background stress starts fading. The fear doesn't completely disappear, but becomes quieter. And when fear becomes quieter, the mind gains space. Space to think, space to plan, space to make better decisions. The money itself matters, but the psychological shift is even more valuable. There's another reason this milestone feels different. It proves something. Before your first $10,000, saving money can feel impossible. You look at successful people and assume they're different, more talented, more disciplined, more fortunate. But when you finally reach 5 figures, you discover something surprising. You did it. You built it. Dollar by dollar, week by week, month by month. And suddenly the goal no longer feels theoretical. It's real, because you've already done it once. The confidence created by achievement is powerful. Your first $10,000 isn't just money. It's evidence. Evidence that progress is possible. Evidence that your habits are working. Evidence that your future can look different from your past. Most people understand compound interest in theory. Very few understand it emotionally. The first $10,000 is often where the concept becomes real. Imagine your investments grow by 10%. At $100 invested, the growth feels insignificant. At $1,000, it's still easy to ignore. But at $10,000, that's another $1,000 created without working additional hours. For the first time, your money starts contributing to the process. It's no longer just your labor creating wealth. Your assets begin helping. And once someone experiences that shift, they rarely see money the same way again, because now they can see the machine working. Here's something fascinating. For many people, the first $10,000 takes years. The second $10,000 often arrives much faster. Why? Because the hardest part was never the money. The hardest part was becoming the type of person capable of saving it. Learning to spend less than you earn. Learning patience. Learning consistency. Learning delayed gratification. Once those habits exist, progress accelerates. The systems are already built. The discipline is already built. The knowledge is already built. The first mountain teaches you how to climb. The second mountain feels much smaller. Most people think financial success creates freedom, and it does, but not in the way many imagine. The biggest freedom isn't buying luxury items. It's buying time. When you have savings, you're less desperate. You can leave a toxic job. You can survive a setback. You can take calculated risks. You can think beyond next week. Money creates options, and options create freedom. That's why people often describe reaching their first $10,000 as life-changing. Not because they became wealthy, but because they stopped feeling trapped. Now, let's be clear. $10,000 is not a magic number. It won't solve every problem. It won't make you rich. It won't guarantee success. But it represents a transition. A transition from survival toward stability. A transition from reacting toward planning. A transition from hoping toward believing. And those transitions can completely alter the direction of a person's life. Because wealth is rarely built through one giant leap. It's built through small milestones that change behavior. The first $10,000 is one of those milestones. Maybe the most important one. The day you reach your first $10,000, your life probably won't look dramatically different from the outside. You'll wake up in the same house, drive the same car, with the same clothes. But internally, something shifts. For the first time, you realize that financial progress isn't just something other people achieve. It's something you're capable of achieving too. And that realization is worth far more than the money itself. Because once you believe you can build wealth, you start acting like someone who will. And that is where everything begins. Your first $10,000 changes your bank account. The belief that created it changes your life.